Back on Arizona Business Spotlight, where we're building you the perfect home. That's right. Joining me right now in studio is Lisa Peterson of Sears Hometown Store. Welcome, Lisa.
Thank you.
Now, you're the owner.
I am.
So it doesn't get any higher than this.
Unfortunately, it doesn't.
The buck stops here.
It does, absolutely.
And, you know, the show's Arizona Business Spotlight, and I find a lot of people, you know, they fantasize about owning their own business and running that, and a title denotes a function. So if you're the owner and the manager, general manager, that is a lot of responsibility.
It is. My husband and I specifically had 2 kids, and now I find I have about 17.
And we say hi to you. We love you all. Thanks for letting us have Lisa for the show. You know, the thing, when you walk into the Cottonwood Sears Hometown Store, you do a great job on training your people.
Thank you.
So I was going to say that. They're all very friendly, informative, and not pushy.
Good.
They're there to answer questions if you need it. But I love the suggestions. You know, I was looking for a mattress, and they took me over to one that's in a box that just like pops out and super comfortable.
Yeah.
I never would have thought of that.
Yeah. We actually see a lot of homeowners that have RVs use those bed in a box. Because how many times have they fought with a bed getting through the RV, trying to get it in there, and with that you just pop it out and
that's a great tip right there, because we have a lot of recreational vehicle owners here in Verde Valley and Sedona and Camp Verde.
Yep.
Bed in a box at the Cottonwood Sears Hometown Store. You heard it here first on Arizona Business Spotlight. So, you know, in building the perfect home, the thing about Sears is reputation.
Yep.
So how long, Sears, have you been working with Sears? And Sears has been around since Sears and Roebuck.
Absolutely. Sears has been around for a long time. My husband and I purchased the store about 8 years ago. Previous owners had had it for at least 10 years. So the store has been around the Verde Valley for quite a long time. You still have the Sears name. The great thing is that we are actually our own company. We are privately owned and operated. We are traded underneath NASDAQ, underneath shows, instead of Sears Holding Corporation. So all of the negative publicity that's happening is happening with the mall stores, and we all know that malls are suffering right now.
Yes.
People aren't wanting to go to them. They would rather shop on their devices at home. So that's where I see our rural type of store is actually going to flourish even more, because we have the customer service. We have, you know, I'm going to see you at the grocery store, I'm going to see you at church, I'm going to see you at the Little League games. So I'm not going to try to sell you a bill of goods. I would rather try to find what you really want and need and can afford. So that's really the backbone of us. And the good thing is that Sears service is still around. I don't have any control over them, but we're able to still utilize their nationwide calling service. You know, they know what's going on in New York and what's going on in California and everything in between. So.
And when you're buying big ticket items, or let's say appliances, or washer and dryer, refrigerator, whatever, it's nice to have that customer service.
It is.
And you know, we do so many things online.
Right.
But at the end of the day, when you keep being, you know, get put on hold or transferred to somebody in India or whatever, I would much rather walk into the store and talk to somebody that understands my needs as a consumer. And like you said, that I know that they are part of my community.
Right.
And that's really what the Cottonwood Sears Hometown Store, that's what I feel like when I go in there.
And thank you, that's what we strive for. It's how many times have you walked into a doctor's office and then you walk out and go, oh shoot, I should have asked that question. That's really what we try to instill in our sales associates there at the Cottonwood Sears, is you need to be informative and give you answers to questions that you didn't even know you had.
Right.
You know, it's been 10, 15 years since you've shopped for an appliance or a mattress or whatever it is, and things have changed.
Yes, you don't know what you don't know.
Exactly.
And you spend 1/3 of your life sleeping. People don't realize that.
Right.
You need to have a good bed. So that would be something I would encourage people with their tax refunds, or when they get some extra money.
Absolutely.
Invest in a good bed. And I know that you have top of the line.
We do.
There at Sears.
Yep.
So you are a homegrown girl. So a lot of people need to know that you're locally owned and operated, and you are from Cottonwood.
I went to junior high in Sedona, and then would have been the graduating class of first graduating class of Sedona High, but I opted to stay at Mingus and finish out there. My husband and I were high school sweethearts.
Oh.
Met on the track field there at Mingus, and have been married. This September will be 20 years.
Now, 20 years, wow,
yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That is a feat. You don't look like you've been married 20 years.
Thank you.
So how did you start with Sears? I mean, where was the entry point for you for owning a business? Like I said before, that's somebody's dream and goal, and it's a process, right?
It is a process. It's something that my husband was raised by business owners. Their parents were business owners, so it's kind of in his blood. And I'm just a workhorse, so I was along for the ride, and that's where he took us. And
he developed. So we can go to the Facebook page, I think, of the Cottonwood Sears,
yes.
right? And that is Facebook. There we go. We have it right there on the screen for you. .com.
Perfect.
/Sears HTS for Hometown Store.
Yep.
Cottonwood AZ. Write that down. I always tell people to have a pen and paper ready because there's all this information. But there's a really cool video that you have that I got to see on your Facebook page. So I think we're going to play it at the end of the interview, and I'd like everyone to watch it because I think it sums up everything that the heart of the Cottonwood Sears store, the people that are working there, the vision. So tell us some of the offerings that are going on right now with Sears. What are some of the things that you have going on?
Right now it's 4th of July sale. So it is
I needed a little flag right there.
Yep. For the next, I think it goes till July 7th or somewhere thereabouts, up to 50% off all appliances. It's huge. I had a lady just this morning, she was just window shopping, and she's looking at fridges. Hers has some issues, and so we were walking through the different brands, have different positives and minuses, and she was looking at the prices going, wow, okay. And it was really hard for me to not push her to buy, because right now
it's the time.
It is the time. And she wasn't quite ready, so it's like, all right, you know, when you are ready, but don't expect to see these prices for a long time.
No, and I'm going to say to her right now, if you're watching the show on a Saturday morning at 11:30,
yep,
you need to go to Sears. Great discount, 50% off appliances. So this is a very special Arizona Business Spotlight where we are building Verde Valley, the perfect home with quality craftsmanship, and it doesn't get better than the Sears product.
No, it doesn't.
And we're all talking about here in America, and you know.
Yep. Whirlpool and obviously Kenmore have made they've all made some big changes, multi-billion-dollar investments in the last, I'd say, 3 to 5 years of bringing a lot of their plants and manufacturing back to the States. So it's been really neat to be able to be involved in that process and watching the manufacturers make that as a priority.
So, you know, you talked about customer service, and we love to give tips to our viewers from, we say in the promotional announcement, you're going to hear the behind the scenes expert tips. And there's little nuances when you want to start a business or you have a dream for it. And how important is that vision and communicating that to the whole staff?
I feel it's important because you need to know where you are wanting to go. Mm-hmm. If you don't know where you want to be your end result, how are you going to lead anyone?
Right.
So it's both my husband and I we feel like we try to lead by example. And
that's what I've heard. That's where I was getting to. I heard you guys are the workers and professional, consummate professionals, and instill those qualities of servant leadership, and you're a people builder. Mm-hmm. For a boss, you know, so to speak. And that is a rare gift, to be able to work for somebody that invests in their people.
Great. Yeah, it's if they're not doing good, then we're not going to do good. If they're doing great, then we are. It's a scratch your back, I scratch your, you know, it works together.
Well, and I think it's also just enlightening them, you know, when you have a team, the importance of collaboration, and you're working together and you're all rowing in a certain direction.
Right.
So we all need to be on the same page. Yep. So I think, you know, I'm in the communication business, so I know how important media is. And I'm so happy to see that you guys are on Facebook and doing social media, because when done correctly, and I always preface that,
right?
When it's done correctly, social media is a great gift.
Yeah.
And it allows just about anybody to do media content creation and express themselves and their business. Mm-hmm. And it's free.
Right.
So
it's been a good tool.
Has it so you can ask people. I would have people post, once they get their appliances in, take a picture of it and put it up on the.
That's a great idea.
On the Facebook page or something like that. And so this video that you posted on, we're going to end the show with that, Lisa, because I think that it encapsulates everything we've been talking about. Is there anything else that you would like to let the people know besides the 50% off? 4th of July, red, white, and blue promotion. You can't beat that. So every month, though, just to keep stopping back into the store and seeing what you have on the showroom and on the floor.
Absolutely. The only other thing I would say is that we do our own delivery. A lot of companies employ a third party that come out of a big city and come up here once a week, twice a week to take care of everybody. And they're not the ones that are on the front lines in the grocery stores and the lines together. And so we take pretty good pride in the fact that we can help our customers from their first start with, questions all the way to installation. So
there you go. I call that accountability. Yep. Lisa Peterson with Sears Hometown Store right here in Cottonwood. Thank you for being on Arizona Business Spotlight.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Watch this video. We'll be back.
Did you know when you shop at Sears Hometown Stores, you are supporting your local community? That's right. Your local Sears Hometown Store is locally owned and operated by one of your neighbors. Their store offers the best of what Sears has to offer with the top brands and appliances, tools, and lawn and garden. They also offer great financing options that work no matter what you need. Whether it's special financing on your Sears card or no credit required leasing, they can help you get what you need. Remember to stop by your local Sears Hometown Store today and support a local member of your community.
Orkin has pest control down to a science.
When your business chooses Orkin's Precision Protection Program, you get a tailored pest control program for your specific industry and environment.
Your business can benefit from over a century of experience, training, and scientific knowledge that define the Orkin man.
Maximum protection, minimum exposure, backed by one of the industry's most comprehensive guarantees.
Choose your locally owned and operated Northern Arizona Orkin and get more than an exterminator. Get an expert.
Back on Arizona Business Spotlight. What a great show. We built you the perfect home. Yes, we did. Remember, it's about accountability and customer service. Lisa Peterson from Sears Hometown Store right here in Cottonwood told you so on Arizona Business Spotlight today, so you remember that. Remember to dream big. You can and you will. We'll see you next time here on Arizona Business Spotlight.